what is even classic at this point? Like, I thought a Gabrielle bag was classic, but is it? I thought a Neverfull was classic, but is it? Like, I thought a Posh & Batiste was classic, but is it really? Are we just being brainwashed to say that these things are classic when they're not actually classic? You are not Princess Diana, guys. You are not Audrey Hepburn. You are you. So you work out what is working for your life and how you're going to present yourself every day and what is your classic style. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Today, guys, I wanted to discuss things that are classic style, classic handbags, and whether we should really buy something because it is a classic. And what does a classic bag even mean? To be honest, I've been thinking about this for the last few weeks and thinking about how brands tell us things are so classic and permanent, and I feel like we justify our purchases sometimes because we say they're so classic, we're going to be wearing them for the next 30 years of our lives, or I'm going to wear this when I'm a grandpa or a grandma, or I'm going to give this to my daughter. Like, we just don't really know, guys, to be honest, how fashion and technology is going to advance over the next 30 years. Technology has advanced so much in the past, like, over my whole life. Like, I remember when the internet was new, guys, and you know, Facebook first came out, when Instagram first came out. You see how things have changed over those years, even how fashion has changed over those years. I would say things that we identified as being classic have honestly come in and out of popularity over the time span of that. Honestly, for example, a Balmain jacket. A lot of people back in, I don't know when that was, guys, like 2012. When was that, when the Balmain jacket was very cool? And to be honest, I feel like it's a silhouette that could be coming back in fashion, that whole like snatched jacket look. But that look is a classic look for Balmain. But I would say it was also a very big trend. Like, people were buying so many of those jackets, and if you wore a jacket like that, honestly, maybe last year, you would look a little bit out of fashion, even though it's a classic. Another example is probably like the Dior look, like the bar jacket with the big poofy skirt. Honestly, if that is a classic look, but if you see someone wearing that look in real life, it almost looks like a costume. It looks like they're from the 1950s. I think things are classic sometimes for their time, but as time goes by, honestly, things that are relevant to today change. And although something might be classic, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for your everyday life or your look. So today, guys, I'm wearing the most stupidest outfit. I'm wearing a Lululemon like fitted athleisure top, which, you know, for this time is probably classic 2023. It's black, it's athleisure, it's relevant for the time because it's sporty, and being fit and sporty is like very 2023. It's always there, but you know what I mean? Like, you see a lot of athleisure on Instagram, you see people, you know, flexing their abs and working out. It's very 2023, this whole athleisure trend. So this, although you might say it's a classic look, it's not really, guys. It's classic of the time. And, you know, with handbags, you see certain silhouettes that were classic of the time, but does that mean we should buy them in 2023? Does that mean that they're going to work for us in this context and in the context of your life of today? So a classic flap from Chanel, you know, it's a prime example of a classic bag that we are drawn into because it's a classic. It's always there. It goes up in value. Chanel likes to put their price increases on it like twice a year, it seems. And now it's $17,000 almost. It's almost $17,000 the medium. Is that really a classic bag that you think you're going to wear in the next 30 years of your life? Because sometimes we buy these classic bags thinking, I'm going to wear this for the next 30 years. And honestly, guys, how are we supposed to know what we're going to be like in another 30 years? I don't know what I'm going to be like in another 2 years. And I'm guilty of this, guys. I bought so many like classic styles. Like even like this Kelly 32, honestly, I've styled it in a way that's very me, like very like silly, like with a horse on it. And the only way I can wear this bag, honestly, is if I wear it with something silly, like a silly jumper or like a cute knit, a fluffy knit with some like fun pants or like, you know, something to make it less serious. And sometimes you can work classics into your wardrobe and make them more you, which honestly I feel like is a good thing to do. Like you can get like a Chanel classic flap and wear it with like track pants and be like, oh, so cool. But also it can kind of just look like too random sometimes. So what's the point of buying something that is classic if it just doesn't actually go with your personality as well? I think a classic flap is a good example of something that people really get sucked into because they're almost brainwashed into buying it. Like I've seen so many different, I mean myself included, I bought it in like a rainbow of colors, but that bag, it was very revolutionary at the time because, you know, Chanel created a chain bag to stop thieves from stealing women's bags, from cutting the strap, you know, the leather strap. So the chain prohibited that from happening. But, you know, in this day and age, is that relevant anymore? Probably not. If someone's going to steal your bag, they're going to steal your bag, like whatever. And, you know, the double flaps and whatever were for security, and like the love pocket letter. They're all like very cool for the time, but they're not relevant anymore, guys. Like we don't need all these pockets. We don't need the double flap. We don't need the chain. Like it just doesn't matter. Actually, if you're going to design a bag for today, it's probably going to be like a practical crossbody, like a sporty bag or something that is very lightweight and innovative. And I just don't see a lot of these designers thinking about the future, thinking about innovation, thinking about what is technology going to look like, you know, in the next 20 years. Are we even going to have wallets? Like probably not. Are we even going to have phones? Like how are bags going to evolve over time? It's going to reach a point, guys, where these classic flat bags are just not relevant at all anymore, like including the Birkin and the Kelly. Because to be honest, I love the Kelly bag. These like little sangles and whatever are very impractical for day to day. So I don't tend to gravitate towards these that often. In fact, I'm probably more likely going to wear a more modern bag like the Picotin, which was, you know, not as old as the Kelly, or even like something like a mini Lindy or something that was only designed in recent years, like something like a cute little crossbody bag. This is a more modern day take for an Hermes bag. And I think a lot of modern day bags, you know, sometimes people say it's too trendy or too modern, but actually, if you're buying a bag for your current lifestyle, it's probably better than buying a bag to be timeless and classic, because we just don't know what we're going to be like in another 2 years, honestly. And then spending like so much money on like a classic Lady Dior in black or classic flap or something like that, is it even, you know, a good choice anymore? Because the rate that fashion is going, what is even classic at this point? Like, I thought a Gabrielle bag was classic, but is it? I thought a Neverfull was classic, but is it? Like, I thought a Poche Batiste was classic, but is it really? Are we just being brainwashed to say that these things are classic when they're not actually classic? And if I dress in a fully classic look, will I even look that good? Like, if I dress in a full Chanel suit, does that gonna make me look really fashionable, or is that gonna make me look like I'm wearing a costume? Like, should we be buying classic pieces? Honestly, guys, I think it's good to buy a few versatile, simple classic pieces because they are easy to style. Like, you know, you can get like a Burberry trench and then style it in a way that makes it look more modern, or you can get, yeah, like a Chanel jacket, black jacket, and then style it with denim, you know, to make it look more modern. But I don't think we necessarily have to be buying just classic bags or just classic fashion, because, you know, this whole classic dressing formula of like, you know, a linen top with like a white shirt with a black pants, or, you know, with a Birkin, or like, you know, a simple tote with a denim and then a white t-shirt. Like, that's not everybody's style. As much as we, you know, that's very normal, that's a very accepted way to dress. It's okay to like buy things that are a bit crazy. It's okay to buy things that speak to you. And I think fashion is about expressing your individual style. It's about breaking rules. It's about breaking boundaries. It's about innovation. And if we just get stuck in these classic styles all the time, guys, well, that's like, to me, very backwards, because we should be looking towards the future. We shouldn't be looking necessarily always back to the past and what celebrities used to wear and what Audrey Hepburn wore, what Princess Diana wore, because you are not Princess Diana, guys. You are not Audrey Hepburn. You are you. So you work out what is working for your life and how you're going to present yourself every day and what is your classic style. I think that's what's important, to find out what works for you. For me, I've discovered that I like bright colors, plain bags. I like something that is not too, shouty. I don't like big logos, and that's what I've discovered for my style. But maybe your style is completely different, and that's good too. We don't always have to dress in a classic way, or we don't have to buy things that these brands say are good investment pieces, because we just don't know what the future holds, guys. And to be honest, we're probably not even going to be wearing handbags in the next 30 years, so who cares anyways? From now on, honestly, guys, I'm trying to buy bags that I know I'll wear today. I know I'll wear tomorrow. My most recent purchase is my Believe bag, and I've been wearing that a lot just because I knew as soon as I saw it, it's a bag that I'm going to wear. And I kind of fell into the trap a little bit last year by collecting 3 Kelly bags, which I do love my Kelly bags, but honestly, I don't wear them as much as my other, more less known Hermes bags, because they're just not as practical. So I think you should figure out what you actually wear, guys. Don't fall for things that are classic, because they just might not be your style. Things that are seen as classic, a Chanel suit or a Dior bar jacket, that's not going to work for everyone, or even a Chanel classic flap, or anything. There are so many things that brands say they're classics, but that doesn't really mean anything sometimes. It shouldn't really matter. So anyways, thanks for watching my video today. Let me know what you think about classics and whether classics fade and become irrelevant over time. And anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!